One. Welcome back to the 52 Weeks to Wealth. My name is Gualter Amarelo, and this is Wealth Principle 32. The point is not to work, it's to generate income. And I'm rocking the shirt today because this is one of my favorite wealth principles. It looks like Terry and Christine are rocking the shirt as well. Christine's got the purple version. Let's give it up. Doreena's got the hoodie. Awesome. Give everybody a round of applause. If you know what I'm talking about, not working anymore while money is flowing in. And when I wrote the book, I was talking about something very key, a principle that Robert Kiyosaki had talked about, which was generating income, making money. Most people wake up, they go to work, and they believe that that is a rewarding thing to do. I believe that it's important to do something worth building, worth being a part of, but it doesn't necessarily have to be work. The body does have to move. There's some levels of movement that the body does require, but you can do yoga, you can run, you could lift weights. You don't have to physically be doing labor. In fact, most of us probably worked a job where we sat at a desk or we pushed buttons for a living. Hands to the camera if you've ever worked one of those desk jobs. Awesome. Know people who work desk jobs? Have heard of desk jobs, watched Office Space? Awesome. Excellent. So this is where most of society is spending their time now. They're sitting down. They're not actually physically doing anything anyway, but they're doing it because they need money. Hands to the camera if you've heard it said before, the reason they go to work is because they need money. All right, well, I got to pay bills. I got to pay the bills. Yes, excellent. I got a family, right? This is one of the things that people say to me often is, I've got a family. When I ask, why do you go to work? They say, well, shit, I got kids. I've got bills to pay. Or the dangerous one, everybody goes to work. Well, why does everybody go to work? You know, who set that system up? Who said that was the right thing to do? What I discovered is that you don't actually have to work. You just have to generate income. If the money was coming in, you think about the money you want to have coming into your life right now. And if the money was coming in every single day, would you get up and go to work? If the answer is no, you can put your hands to the camera. Would you ever work again? No. Now, some of you love what you do, right? Hands to the camera if you love what you do and you would do it to the day you die. Yeah, all the coaches, right? All the coaches on here are like, shit, I don't know what you're talking about. I love what I do. You know, send me to work. Who needs help? But for everybody else, you're a slave, right? You're a slave to a job that you only do because it pays you. And they only pay you enough to keep you coming back, right? Just over broke, just enough to come back on Monday so that you don't party too hard on the weekend and then not come back. They don't give you enough where you never showed up again, right, Brian? That's fair to say that you work with a lot of people, and that's the truth. So what I discovered is the point is not to work, it's to generate income. And so in this wealth principle, I want to talk about how do you know if something is generating income or if you're working. So we're going to pull out a piece of paper and we're going to do a little exercise, because exercises are how you memorize things. And this whole point is so that you can go to work less, so you can make more money and put less effort in and produce something called value. So write down on a piece of paper the word value. This is what we want to generate. You want to generate income through generating value for other people. Something for you, something can generate income for you without you physically showing up. And if we want proof of that, think of every time you open your cell phone, you've got apps on there, apps that some of them are monthly, I bet. Some of you pay a monthly subscription for. And if you look at those apps that you're paying every single month, this comes out. For me, it happens to be Pandora. I pay Audible at $14.50 every month. And that money is going to come out regardless of whether I buy a book or not. Just comes out as a subscription. Hands to the camera if you got one of those. You know what I'm talking about? Awesome. Okay. So they've added value to me. Every single month, that money comes out. I'm happy about it because I've got an app that's going to educate me. It's delivering value to me. I can download anything I want, all my stuff stored in there. Every single month, regardless, month in, month out, I read a book, I don't read a book, there's a perceived value that's been delivered to me. So value, and then underneath it, perceived value. Because to somebody else, having that Audible app on their phone, probably not, they're not going to have it. It's just not going to exist. So there's a certain niche, there's a certain type of person out there who wants the thing that you've got. Now, the other thing I want you to write down is it's not just value, but there's also an aspect to making sure that the product, actually, why are we not online? Hold on. Give me one sec. We are restreaming. Dorina, can you see this on Facebook? Yeah, it looks like it is. All right, it's just my toggle switches don't look right. Excellent. So where was I? Who remembers? I had you write down value, and then you wrote down perceived value. Excellent. So then perceived value is what they believe the value delivered is, what they believe what they're receiving for the time spent with you or the time spent with your product. I'm a landlord. I have real estate. So perceived value is they're getting a place to sleep, they're getting a place to eat, they're getting a refrigerator, a stove, a place to spend time with their family every single day. So they send me a monthly rent check. If for any reason the stove doesn't work, I'm probably going to get a phone call. Hands to the camera if that makes sense. But 9 out of 10 months, oh shit, probably 100 out of 101 months, that stove's going to be fine. The apartment's going to be fine. There's not going to be any reason for them to communicate with me other than to pay me the rent. And so I've built an asset, or I bought an asset that every single month adds value to somebody else's life, kind of like an app. I just chose an asset that was the most expensive asset that somebody could have in their life. Does that make sense? Your rent is typically your biggest number. It's your biggest expense. Your rent or your mortgage is typically the biggest expense you have. So we want to generate value for people consistently over time. I don't have to work for that property. I don't have to work to own that unit. What I do have is to put my name on the deed, right? I put my name on the deed. And so now I have access to the income that's associated with that unit, as long as I've now connected somebody who knows about the unit. There's some marketing involved. So when you're generating income, you've got to learn a couple of different skills. One, identify what everybody wants. And then you've got to go and acquire it. And then 3, you've got to go and market that you have it. Market that you have it. The better you market your rental property, the better the rent is going to be. Also, you could make improvements. So, step 2, improve what you've bought. You buy it and then improve it, and then you can go and market it for more. So income generating activities. Now that we got this piece of paper and we've got value and perceived value on the top, I want to write down what activities have you ever received money for that didn't actually involve you. So if somebody was not trading time with you, because this is the biggest problem. We're all trading time right now. Many of us, not all of us, but some of us, most of us are trading time, and we're looking to get out of our 9-to-5s. And that value that we're delivering is currently time value. But when we talk about rental property, we're talking about use value, utility. They're using the space. They're leveraging something that already exists for themselves. Another use value is in the form of renting is Toro, where they borrow your car for a day. That's use value. Airbnb, where they're borrowing your door for a day, your unit or your apartment or your house, or storage units. There's certain businesses where somebody will borrow access to something you own for a fraction of what it would cost them to buy it. So I want you to write down what unfair advantage or what aspects that you have either seen done in the past in your life, that you have physically done, or that you would be interested in getting into. So if Airbnb is one you've never done, but you'd like to get into it, write that down. If you've rented out a unit before, hands to camera, where are my landlords at? You've rented something out before. Excellent. You're going to love the step that comes right after this. So, but anything that you've done that you've been able to acquire, build, set in place, that has then been able to acquire money after you have created it or acquired it, I want you to write those down. This could be rental units. This could be renting your car out. Go in and write these down. List these steps. For Ron and I, we also have our website. By building our website, we just drive traffic to it and we get more people who click into it. And that can be a stream of income for us. Rental properties are a stream of income for us. Sometimes real estate agents are a stream of income for us. We just set up an agent and we get paid if they go and they produce. These are assets. We can acquire assets that can go and make money. Coaches, sometimes we just bring in a coach who's fantastic and they're really good at helping people and we get paid a little referral fee. So we just introduce a coach to one of our students who just needs that next level, and boom, there's a stream of income. So there's a lot of different ways that you can generate income through your already existing activities. Anybody need more time writing these down? Who has at least 3 written down? At least 3 income generating activities. Awesome. Give yourselves a round of applause. Excellent. So I've been generating income for a long time now. Not as long as I'd like, because every year we generate more. So I wish I'd started sooner, but I've been generating income and every year it becomes more important to me. Every year it becomes more fun. Every year it becomes more of a project. How could I do this in a more effective manner, generate more income? And how do I do it in a way where I'm putting in less effort? So we're going to put in the 80-20. So the next line, I want you to write down 80-20. And I want you to 80-20 the income generating activities. So of the 3 that you wrote down, which one is easiest for you to acquire next? Which one is easiest for you to build next or to get started next? And on the side of that, what is the one thing you would have to do to acquire it? 80-20. Of all the activities you have in a day, what's the 20% you could improve on, increase, or expand upon to get more of that income producing activity? Not activity, that income producing asset, that thing that you want to build. And just take a couple seconds to write this down. And believe it or not, this is the hard work. This is the effort. I do this every year and I'm doing it right now in my business. Anybody who texts me right now, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not responding. I'm doing 80-20. I'm focused on the 80-20 that allows me to acquire more assets that generate more income. And I want you to do that this week. We're going to talk about this for the next few minutes, but I want the rest of your week to be you looking at everything and saying, how does this activity that I'm doing at the moment generate income? How does this activity lead me to my acquisition of an asset, the acquiring of something that pays me? One of those things on that list, how does this bring me to acquiring more of that? All right. Hands to the camera if you got something written down. Excellent. We got a smart room. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, my powerful focusing phrase that I stole from Russell Brunson. This is a powerful phrase that he stated in one of his books. And ever since he said it, I attached it and took it as mine. How do I get a raise today? How do I get a raise today? Write that down. And I want you to look at that phrase every single day this week as you're looking at the other 3 phrases, which are income generating activities, income generating assets, 80-20 in action steps, 80-20, like what is the 20% that can get me to a new asset, and how do I get a raise today? By putting today, the time limiter of today, it opens your mind, right? Like it eliminates all the other stuff. Now you only are working with the tools you have in front of you, right? When you're thinking about all the other things that you could possibly do, it makes it a lot more difficult to make any decisions. A confused mind says no. You've heard me say it before. A confused mind says no, but a clear mind gets shit done. It's just simple. We're all here on a mission to make $1 million. We're all here to make that next $1 million. And for many of us, it's not that hard. It's really just a matter of acquiring a few more of these income generating assets. Just a few more. When it was rental property, when Ron and I were saying we need more rental property to get to our next financial goal, it was, well, how many more units do we need to acquire at this price? And we just went and acquired them. And once we'd acquired those, we knew what the next step was for the next acquisition and the next acquisition and the next acquisition. And same with our company now, as we continue to expand and grow, we recognize we want more network. There's more people that we want to have involved. And so it's expand on the people side of things. So I want to open it up to the book of the week. Mike Shine, if you don't mind, my friend, the keeper of the books, give us your rendition.
Hey, Gualter, you might recognize this book. Book of the week is Broke to $250,000 by Gualter Amarelo. So highly recommend this book. You know, it's awesome. Right on the book, and actually this copy is one that the author autographed for my daughter, Samantha. There you go. It says right on it, this week's wealth principle, the point is not to work, it is to generate income. And what I love about this book is that there's so many gurus out there, but to see Walter's past and to learn where he actually came from is just amazing. It gives a lot of credibility to everything that's being done, because you know that Gualter really started broke and had a lot of not nice things happen to him in his life getting here. So when you read it, you just get his background and you get more clarity about actually who's teaching you here and why he knows why you should be listening to him. So it's a great book. If you're here every Saturday listening to Gualter, you have to read this book, because it really helped me know who he is, and it's the reason I keep coming back. So amazing book, Broke to $250,000. I'm looking for the sequel, $1 million to $1 billion. So thank you.
Let's give Mike Shine a round of applause. The sequel coming soon. We're building it right now. We're all in the next chapter of our lives. Each one of you is a part of this next chapter. Each one of you is building yourselves up, improving yourselves, getting yourself to that next level. And the next level for a lot of people is the mentorship. If you've heard me talk about it before, it's a place where each one of you can say, hey, let's go. Let's set my goal. Take it seriously. I believe in myself. I believe in what I want to create for myself. And it's also where you find your partners. It's where you find the people you're going to do deals with. It's where you find the people who are going to either lend you money or give you opportunities or do all the work for you. Hands to the camera if you know there's somebody out there who's going to do the opposite of what you want to do in the deal. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants to do everything, right? Only the crazy people try to do it all. Only crazy people try to stay small. The idea is you want to go big. Go as big as you possibly can. Go to the level that you can exceeds your expectations, so that you can have a little bit more than you expected. Because here's what I found with every single goal I've ever hit. Man, I should have set a bigger goal. Every single time. Every single time when I hit a financial goal, when I hit a physical goal, when I hit a relationship goal, I think I should have bought a little more. I should have gone after a little more. Even with my spouse, if I buy 12 roses, I think, man, I should have gotten 13, right? Maybe what if I'd gone with 24? That would have really messed her up. Hands to the camera if you know what I'm talking about. There's always a little more you could have done. Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, don't ask Doreen about roses. I don't buy flowers. I think she's bought the only flowers that we've ever had in this house. But that's how it works for us. She buys me flowers. She thinks I'm special. I want to open it up to, actually, Doreen, do you have the link? Can you drop the link for anybody who's interested in the mentorship? If someone wants to learn more about it, the coaches are the biggest asset you get with the mentorship, aside from the network. It's the people in the room who are millionaires who are looking to help you get to the next level. The people who have committed to learning their craft, their skills, people like Dr. Terry Wager, who are on the bullet train of action, helping get the trash off the track so that you can speed up to success, speed the path to having more understanding, having more speed in your business, and doubling your income. Hands to the camera if you know you want to double your income. If Dr. Terry Wager is worth a phone call, hell yeah, absolutely true. And you got Doug Maximizer McGurk, who takes all of that knowledge and information you've been taking and puts it into a place where you can actually implement. So there's a problem with a lot of us is we have this thing called the subconscious mind. We're carrying it around all the time with us. And it's a great tool. It's a great resource, but it only keeps us where we're at. So by reprogramming, maximizing the subconscious mind, you're able to now get it to work for you instead of you hoping that it will do the right things eventually. You can actually reprogram your subconscious mind using tools called hypnosis and NLP that Doug is a master practitioner in, where he can actually help you unlock the potential. You know, they say you're only using, what was it, 7% of your brain. So Doug's able to help you untap the rest of that so that you can just do the right things, take the right action steps. So we've got a powerful team of coaches who have skills beyond what the average, we'll say, coaching community would provide. We've got Ryan McDermott, who's a Series 7 financial advisor, financial planner, who has built $1 million himself and even has a great story about how he lost $600,000. And it's a fantastic conversation to have because if anybody understands money, it's Ryan McDermott. He's watched it go up. He's watched it go down. He's watched hundreds of his own clients, their success financially go up and down. So he's able to speak from a place of real understanding when he talks to people. Mitch Dorsky, on the other hand, wrote the book, Scaredy Cat Guide to Real Estate Investing, Scaredy Cat Guide to knowing what the heck Bitcoin is. These coaches are really intelligent. So in the mentorship, you get access to 8 coaches. They teach you the process. And every week we get together at 8 o'clock and we do some accountability. Hands to camera if you've been in the mentorship, have been gaining some valuable energy, information, knowledge, resources. Excellent. Excellent. Hands to camera if you've graduated the mentorship and are moving powerfully forward towards your goals. Awesome. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. So you can go to gualteramarelo.com and go to the mentorship tab and learn more about how to get access. Now I want to turn it over to the coaches and get some great feedback from our intelligent warriors.